Greetings, Dante, and welcome to Big Stack D Casting. Yes, that's right. Hello, everybody. Myself, my treasures, and my beautiful, beautiful boy are here to welcome you once again to Stationeers Vulcan. We're still in hell, but it's much shinier than ever before. It's been an absolute pleasure to play this playthrough with you so far, and I think we got some cool stuff we can do today. Now, last time we lost the face. I'll be honest with you. I was definitely drifting away from the cause. I looked at this base and I thought it cannot be salvaged. It cannot be saved. It is damned, much like us, and it must be dealt with. Thankfully, I have since come around to the idea of perhaps potentially continuing this series, mostly just so that I could do this intro, because that is a work of art right there, right? Alright, but my CPU is about to catch fire, so I think we reload a save here and get back out there and see what other duct tape we can tape to the floor, ceiling, walls, lights, and every other patch of this godforsaken place. Oh, and what's this? Someone has kindly provided dozens of building materials? Oh, great, that definitely wasn't me doing this in the background while I watched Interstellar for the second time and started writing a script for a Kerbal Space Program video in that vein. Oh, that's not a soft launch at all, no. Neither is our brand new task list. That's right, I am actually going to try to remember to use this. No promises, none whatsoever. I'm probably gonna forget. Now, we have to increase the cooling capacity of this space. It's pretty good, but it is not perfect. I don't feel like that shouldn't be there. Wreckage solar panel 4? My gut says that is probably a bad thing to walk into. Now, so what's all this for? This is to expand the base. I think it's time we sort of push out this the shell and sort of take in all of the pieces we've got down there and also build out the base floor. I want to expand the cooling. I want another one of these cooling setups, and that's mostly just so I can do it again, so I understand better how it works. It'll also give us an opportunity to clean up the plumbing in here just a touch, because it is kind of a shit show, isn't it? Let's put all this away, and I think we're gonna have to go gadget time-lapse the hell out of this, because it's gonna take a while to build all of these things. Okay, cool, very nice, thank you. Other stuff I want to do is add more batteries, and just kind of like see how the Stirling engines perform. I want to make sure we don't blow up, to be completely honest. I'd also like to build a gas relief valve for our night gas capture. Right now it's just turned off because it's going to explode otherwise. Make the base bigger, like I said, and to plan out the pool. I'd also like to connect our furnace to our day gas system, which is actually right over there. So that works. Because it would be nice to not have to constantly cycle things in the stupidest way imaginable all the time, forever. So in fact, you know what? Let's start with that. Yeah, let's start with that. This is the hot gas, right? Am I talking nonsense? That's the hot gas. Yeah. So we just want to basically follow that train along to there. Okay, great. There we go. We can just glance up real quick and we can see our pipe pressure in the big old pipes. Excellent. Good stuff, because that will allow me to very quickly use the furnace. Okay, lovely, cool. So we can close that up. Just makes the furnace just that little bit better at smelting stuff. I was have to do this whole rigmarole with picking up, with pumping in gas and then dumping it out. It was a whole thing. Rather not have to keep doing that. And we can even salvage back a little bit of cabling. How lovely. Okay, so this is all going to become part of the main structure, which means I need to expand the footprint out as well. Yeah, what's the actual... Oh, God, don't fall. What's the floor gonna look like down here? So where do I want to put the quote-unquote pool? I guess I want it kind of here, maybe. Because that's the lava level. And we want to kind of come down to this point. I do want clear walls on this thing that we can frame in. So that's going to be the floor for the most part. So we can go ahead and start planning this. Alright, so that would be the floor. This is the old base. Yeah, like there's the front airlock right over there. So that's the current front of the base. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course it's uneven. Of course it's an even number. God damn it. So we would want definitely to come to here. And then I guess you'd go along. If we just move it out by 1. It's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we could make this the wall. We could make it a 5 internal. That makes a lot of sense. We don't actually need these corners. It's mostly for visual comprehension purposes. No, pick that up, pick that up, pick that up, pick that up. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 9? 9 inside. Turn the corner. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, great. So I'm going to tidy up the shape of this a bit and build these walls. We don't need the quarters, so I'm not going to build them. And this is our... Which room is this? This is our... That's our Stirling generator room, isn't it? So we could access it through here. It's not quite centered, but I think that one opens up onto a generator, so that'll have to do. Oh, God. Okay. What a strange fever dream I had. I could have sworn we redid the entire base after complaining about not having enough time. No. No, that couldn't be me. Yes, this indeed. We now have light and also walls and also fewer walls in certain places depending on where you look. I need to go around and turn all these on. But we can see things, we can do things, we can become things that we've never dreamt of being before. You will notice there is a vacuum down here as well, which is really, really cool. It's going to make working around out here much easier. Honestly, probably not overly critical now that we've got the hard suit, but you know, I figured it couldn't hurt. Put a little vacuum down this place, you know, and see where we go from there. I'm also just going to put all these lights on so we can drain our batteries. Otherwise, why make power if you're not going to use it all? South African proverb. Let's also just link up these lights as well. Okay, lovely. Definitely a bit more visible in here than it was before. We've still got 100 cables. It seems like I use them constantly and never run out. I guess I've got enough resources finally. Once you get the sensor glasses, it really is kind of. Are you off? You're on? Or you haven't been plugged in? Okay, I see the problem. Once you get the sensor glasses going, you're kind of set for resources. It's really hard not to get them. I did notice one minor issue when I was up above, which was that our solar panels have committed Sudoku in the traditional style. I'll go show you what I mean now. We also need to clean up a bunch of this stuff and move things around. That'll happen later. That's enough upgrading and tidying for me for right now. Let's head inside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, I mean, this is not what I'm talking about. This is not good. This is, in fact, very bad. But we do have debris. Lots of it, too. If I pick this stuff up, we might get a few resources back. So I'm going to try and pick it all up. And I do want to recycle a lot of the extra junk lying around the base, because we will get a ton of goodies for it. But, yeah, this isn't great. What happened is I just took too long between sessions to repair the solar panels, and they've all died. It does mean we can kind of condense them a little bit, because, yeah, they were a bit in the way with all my plans and machinations. But, I mean, here's our solar logic. That's been there since, that's the pre-IC10 days, man. It feels like a historical artifact, doesn't it? So these ones I repaired. Yeah, these ones are really badly damaged. So let's do a quick pull and put, and we'll fix them all up. Is that the official term now? The pull and put? I hope not, because just by virtue of picking them up, this is definitely an exploit and can be considered as such. The stacks that they what am I trying to say? The stacks that they stack with do not have health, so you can kind of stack stuff up. Now I don't know if the health of the debris actually affects what you get back from it, so we'll do a bit of A/B testing because we've got two different stack healths there. I see. All right, but let's put these down. I'm going to space them out just a little bit more. We'll start on the back here. So power that way, data that way. I'm going to give them one space between because we do have fewer of them now. And this, we did have a bit of a crowding problem, which I never solved. So we let nature do it for me. Look at that. And I have not managed to condense these down in the slightest. They will be 13% more efficient, though. That's nice. Okay, cool. There was one little light over here I wanted to link up, and that was going to be the lights done and dusted, which is great. There it is. Where do you connect from? You connect right over there. Yay. Okay, cool. So that one's working. Now, the next thing we need to solve, and this is a bit of a crisis, is we have to fix our cold gas line, night gas line, because we don't have any. As you can see, we're down to like 50 kilopascals, and it's 200 C, and all of my cooling relies on that. So we kind of need to get that patched up and figure out why it was not working. You are still nice and hot at 851. I need to take a spot check because we're definitely through summer now, so that we are not as hot as we were before. So I need to take a look at the code and make sure we're still taking in gas. I guess if it's over, should we say if it's like over 600, we'll take it in, or over 500? I don't remember what the standard temperature was on Vulcan. All right, but you need to get turned back on. So what controls ye? I don't remember. It was, I think it was that IC-10 chip over there. Yes. Bit of a problem, I'm noticing. With my layout here, I have to go back inside the base to fiddle with this. Okay, if I turn you on, you'll pump gas in right now. Okay, lovely. You know what I actually want to do? I want to invert you for a moment. Yeah, there we go. Let's drain it out a little bit and just start fresh. And then I want to put a little bit of code in that will do that automatically. Because right now we have like passive drain, but it seems to stall out at a specific point, and I don't know exactly what that point is, but there is a point where it kind of just freezes over. So you're at 70C, that's plenty. I'm happy with that. Okay, cool, and you can get turned off, or turned back in, rather. Start providing me with something I can cool down. Okay, then I guess if that pipe gets to like more than 135C, we want to purge it. We want to check, yes, as long as it's not nighttime and the pipe is over 135C, we'd want to purge it down to a certain level. So it'll just be a bunch of and checks, basically. But let's have a quick look. So we have expanded the base. I think we can rather comfortably remove that tag, which is nice. I did also update our priorities here. So we got to plan our pool, get our gas relief valve. That's what we're working on now. So let's do that. More batteries would be more good, but that can wait a moment. This is more important. Let's have a look at what's going on with this lad. So basically saying if the temperature is less than 130 and the pressure in the liquid tank is less than 550 and the pressure in the gas tank is less than 1500, turn on the vents. That works for me. All right, and then if those things are not true, turn off the vents. So the problem we're running into, I think, is that this tank hits the pressure and then this whole thing stops. Okay, well let's turn it on for now. Put it back on. And we should see, yeah, we got a bunch of gas start getting pulled in all along there and being filtered into these large tanks. Okay, so now we want a purge valve, basically. Which probably I might do it as separate code. I don't think we need to, though. We just want to flip the mode on the vents, right? Let's just have a look at what the vents do. Have a mode. There we go. The mode is outward or inward. So right now we're set to inward, which is mode 1. And outward is mode 0. So all we need to do is we can use an AND function to check we could use the temperature check, right? To flip the mode. All right, this is the rather harebrained scheme I've come up with. So I'm taking a note I learned from last episode where I was taught this JAL function. Basically what that does is jump to a line, run the code, then come back here, jump to the next line, run the code, yada, yada, yada. When it jumps to the line, it stores the line position of the next one down. So if we jump from line 7, it'll store the line position 8 in a variable called RA. So then after you run your function, which I've called intake here, you just jump back to RA. So the basic premise here is, I don't know if this is going to work. I think I understand how this runs now. It's sort of sequential. So what'll happen is the program will start. Well, the program will start. It'll define all the variables. Then the main loop will run in a cycle, right? So first it'll jump to the intake, and the intake will run the same checks we saw before. It'll check if the outside temperature is 130C. If it's less than 130C, it'll check if the tank pressure is less than 550, and if the gas analyzer is, if the pipe pressure for the gas is less than 1500. If all of that is true, then it'll set this variable R4 to a 1, which is the intake function, right? Then what'll happen is it'll jump back up here to this line, and then it'll run outlet, and then that takes it all the way down here, and then it runs a very similar thing. So here we just check the external temperature, as well as the temperature of the tank itself. If the external temperature is more than 130, meaning it's daytime, or the tank is less than 135, meaning that it's fairly cool, go ahead and vent the thing, right? That's what we want to check. So that's the, where are we at here? So that should then R4 will set the vent mode. So regardless of whichever one it sets, R4 will set it. What I have a feeling is that the second one is always going to be what it's set to. I think that's how this is going to run, but we'll check in a second. So right now, the temperature in there is 248. It's too hot, right? That's supposed to be our cold gas tank. It's too hot. But all of our vents will be emptying themselves out right now, which is really, really handy. So if we just quickly pop that open, right, you'll see all the vents are, in fact, dumping their contents out, which is super, super handy. Now, the question remains to be seen whether or not this will work reliably at night. So if they stay only bringing stuff in at nighttime, it's working. And then in the daytime, they can vent it. I don't care. That'll work for a guy like me. Now, one thing we can do is upgrade the vents to much bigger versions, like this one over here. And that will dramatically improve the performance of this idea. But we'll see if that works. So we're going to have to just wait on that for a moment. Now, let's go have a look. So I think we've got sun. Is the sun in the middle of the sky right now? Yes, it is. So our current temperature is 600. So let's go ahead and adjust you next. What I want to do... Oh, that chip's got the code saved on it. I'm fine with that. It might not even work, right? So let's go ahead and import your code. Yours is much simpler. Basically, you're saying if the temperature outside is more than 700, turn on. Let's take that down to 600. And just so that we continue to top up our tanks, because I do have a feeling that we are losing gas right now. Yeah, look at that. We've only got 400 kilopascals, which isn't going to cut it. So right now, what is the external temperature? 622, but it's probably dropped below that. So honestly, let's go to like 500. I think 500 is a perfectly reasonable amount. Let's go 500. And you're going to keep going until we get like 4,500 pressure. Now, some people did say, why don't we liquefy pollutant in these tanks? We could, but then it'd be hot, right? And then we've got a longer way to go. So I don't want to do that. So right now we are reducing the efficiency of the fuel we've got by cooling it down. But, you know, we didn't have much fuel left. So I'd rather run it this way. Okay, next piece of the puzzle. Let's head back downstairs. This is our little airlock. I need to set this up as an airlock. Our engines are not running right now because the temperature in there is way too high. Basically, this room is now sealed, meaning that cooling it has become increasingly difficult. It's not just venting it to the air anymore. We need to think of a better cooling solution for that space. This has just become a little bit of, well, it's a bit of a gimmick right now. Let's close this up, open here, and see what we need to do to get these running. If I head over this way, you will see this is our swimming pool area. This is what eventually will become the swimming pool. So I need to go around, weld all this in as well as part of our missions, but that'll probably happen next time. And then we can start building out the actual frame of the pool, digging up the ground so that we can see the lava. And I get a whole bunch of free lighting from it as well. Very snazzy. But yeah, these are not going to run until we fix said problems with the the temperature, right? It's too hot. The starting engines won't turn on right now. Okay, I have my doubts about whether or not this system is going to work at nighttime, but we will see. I think the gas in here got this hot because we were pumping it out. We were pumping it in during the daytime while I was editing the code. And yes, you are dropping quickly, aren't you? All right, we do have a vacuum out here. Let's actually go ahead and just turn that off. There's a little bit of gas floating around still. Okay, we'll leave you on just for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. And as you can see, there we go. We do have, we got a bunch more of our night gas stored up, which we can now use for this. Let's just go check on the temperature in this room. I'm a little bit worried. And then we'll recycle these parts, because I do want to see how that performs. It's 28 seats. Not too bad. Okay, cool. So I think we got there just in time. This is now cooling down, again, is what that means. All right, nice. Very nice. We got some potato seeds we can harvest. We got some fern seeds we can sell. All right, cool. I don't think that guy bought ferns, but if he did, I would definitely pick him up. My man's is thirsty, too. All right, now let's test out this recycling. So I'm going to open this up so that we can recycle some of that stuff through. Let it open up. Oh, I got to turn you on, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's let that get spinning. So let's have a look here. We've currently got 5.5 gold, 2.5... 5.5 iron, 2.5 gold, 2.5 copper, 0.3 grams of steel. Let's check if the health of the wreckage has any effect on how much you get back from it. So I'll do one... Well, let's just do one of each, right? That's probably the most diagnostic here. So we'll drop that in. Get it shredded. No meaningful increase. That was the one that was at 39% health. Oh, which one is which? That one. No meaningful increase. Is processing any of this wreckage going to do anything? Nope. Okay, cool. So the wreckage... I swear to God, the wreckage used to give you something. I guess that changed that. All right, never mind. What am I going to do here? What am I going to... You know what? I will go down quick and weld up the other area. But I think that is probably all the stuff we have time for today. I could probably... you know what I could do? I could just give power to... I could set up... I'll set up this airlock, and that's what we'll call the last thing for today. I know it was a bit of a weird episode for you guys. Not much has happened, but I have done a ton. So I'd rather get this one out to Magic so he can work on it a little bit. And even if it ends up being a bit shorter, that's okay, right? Also, a bit of an update has come through in the form of an update. That's right. I heard through the grapevine, and the grapevine being the comment section, that Stationeers is about to receive a pretty major upgrade. They're going to be rehauling the terrain system in the game, which is awesome, right? I mean, the terrain it's serviceable, but I think it definitely could be better. And it's really nice to see that they are actually going to be taking a swing at it. This means, however, and this is rather important for us, that this save is going to break. When they update the terrain in this game, it always kills the saves, and I mean completely kills them. So that's going to be game. So that's probably our start point. We're now racing against the clock to try and get this done before the terrain update hits. I'll probably do a video on said terrain update if that's something you're interested in seeing. But until such time as that comes to pass, we'll kind of just continue what we've been doing, right? Which is trying our best to have some fun with the game we've got right now. So let's get ourselves an advanced airlock. That one right there. I need some monitors. I think I might have some consoles lying around here already. I just need one. I have one console. Perfect. Let's get our chip. What else do we want? We need a sensor kit. Feels good to just be setting up an airlock again. It's been a while. I have some vents already. I'll need a light that can come with. I have some vents already. Lovely. I have my sensor. Do I have any passive vents? No. Okay, give me some passive vents. And we've got pipe. Alright, I think that's all we need for an airlock. Can we build vents in here? We can. Very nice. Put that right over there. And then I need active vents. Okay, so we put the chip in there. We need some glass for that. Oh, I always forget the glass. Come on. I'm just gonna make this a white cable, just so it's easy to find. And let's get this all wired up. Okay, so we got our power connection up here. And now comes a real interesting question. Does this game have pillars? That's what I want to know. Do we have, like, columns? Or just, like, a corner piece or something? Because I'd love to have, like, a little support strut here. I'm just thinking, like, are they maybe, like... Is it just, like, a... There we go. Padded thin border, no corner. That's what I need. Is it just the flat walls have it too? Yeah, there we go. Flat corner square. Perfect. Do it like that. Uh-huh. Okay, that just looks a little bit less flimsy. I do prefer that. I do prefer that. I do. I say. Now, why did I do that again? Ah, yes, so that I've got a reason to snake this up the line. I do eventually want to put grading down all over here so that this is a bit prettier. But you know what? That's all en route for later. We're definitely in the final phases of base design here, which is always one of my favorite parts of this game. Okay, give me an area power controller. I need some solder. I think I literally have 3 grams of solder left. Yep, okay, cool. So that's the last one for a while. We're gonna have to make some more solder. Solder, darling. Solder. You've got to say it with your soul. Okay, so that's gonna snake its way down there. And we should then see... Yes, green. Green is good. Alright, and then I just want to get some lights on in here as well. There's a little light there. Let's get some lights in this stairwell now that we got power running down it. Okay, gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's all coming together. Final piece of said puzzle. One of these. And one of these. There we go. Let's get this bad boy set up. And then figure out what we're doing next time. That's going to be our airlock pipe. And then, yeah, I'll need to do the stupidest detour in history. Just in case I still end up using this. I think I might actually end up using hangar doors just for the cool factor of it. So, like, at nighttime, the goddamn roof opens up and shows the world what we got cooking. But until then, this will work for now. I mean, maybe it won't. I don't know. It would be kind of sick to have the wall just raise itself up on a timer. Totally doable as well. All right, so now we cycle interior. We should depressurize, so it should pump all this gas out. Yep. And then we shouldn't need to pressurize. Yeah, there we go. Very good. Very good. Okay, cool. We have ourselves a little airlock down there. Let's see if this worked. So it is currently daytime. So you are being drained, but you are also 500 C, which means that this is absolutely not working. Okay, that didn't work. We'll fix the pressure vent next time. I think we might just end up using, rather than try to get cute with it, I might just use some passive regulators, because this is a lot of energy we're pulling over here. All right, let's turn that off, save some power, and I will see you all in the next one as we solve the cold gas crisis and, of course, get ourselves a little bit more of the juice. Sorry to your right ear. My microphone's off to the side. See you all in the next one, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?